of that. No worries. Okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very warm welcome to you to this video. My name is Nishkarsh Sharma, and I'm going to be your mentor for this particular session. Now, in this session, you're going to be learning that how can you maximize your ROI with Facebook marketing, specifically for eCom. You can be applying these fundamentals in any business, but yes, e-commerce is what I specialize in, so that's where I come from. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to share my screen with you, and let's just dive straight in. There we go. So, like I said, guys, just to share a quick background about myself, I'm an e-com entrepreneur and coach. I'm the host of a podcast which is called the Nishkarsh Sharma Show. A very obvious name because I wasn't able to come up with something, but yeah, we specialize in e-commerce. So we interview a lot of successful e-com entrepreneurs, our own clients and other people who've been able to cross 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, and even 10 figures in their e-commerce businesses. So you can check out the podcast. I'm a son, a husband, and a brother. So that's who I am. That's why I do what I do. I love my family. And the number one reason that I got into entrepreneurship in 2015 full time was because I wanted freedom of, spending time with my family, traveling, doing whatever I want, So that's about me. Now, I started my journey with online marketing in 2012. So I got to know about online marketing through a Google search. Like I'm sure most of you have searched in Google. When you go to Google, got into blogging in 2012, tried blogging and affiliate marketing and graphic designing and everything that you can imagine in the next 3 years. So 2012, 14 and 15. Okay, so 12, 13, 14 until 15. So in those 3 years, tried blogging, multi-level marketing, door-to-door selling travel packages, all of that. But whatever, I could not make a single penny through my online marketing ventures. I could not make anything. And then in 2015, I met someone who was making money with the Amazon Kindle. He was making money with that. We partnered over. We started a business, and we thought we're gonna kill everybody. We're gonna make millions in the next couple of years. But what happened in the next 1.5 years? We went bankrupt. We had to take 2 loans. Then we started an animation video business. Then got into eCom in 2017. And from that point on till this point on, we've been able to cross more than $4.5 million in sales in our own e-commerce businesses. Apart from that, I'm the co-founder at Digital Dukandar. Digital Dukandar is India's number 1 e-commerce coaching brand. We help people start, grow, and scale e-commerce businesses from scratch. That's who we are. That's what we do. Digital Dukandars have been able to cross more than $2.5 million in sales in their own e-commerce businesses combined. So that's about me. Now, let's talk about that. What's going to happen in today's training? What can you expect in today's training? In today's training, we're going to be talking about first, the overall approach that you should keep with Facebook advertising. 2, how do you build a bulletproof Facebook ads infrastructure? So more on that in a minute. Our proven strategy to warming up new ad accounts, what Facebook really wants from you, playing the numbers game, a 7-figure Facebook ad scaling strategy, mastering omnipresence, optimizing your margins, what it really takes to build a brand. We are going to be covering all of these things in today's session. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's dive straight in. Now, a lot of times people make this mistake that they don't really approach Facebook in the right way. A lot of times people feel that there are some secrets hidden behind Facebook ads, and there are some tricks and hacks that can actually make you very successful with this. In fact, I'll share a story with you today. I received a message from somebody who I worked with in the past. So this guy, he was in a multi-level marketing company, and which I worked for like 4-5 years back, and he sent me a message today that his chacha, so his chacha, I mean his father's brother, is in the clothing business, and he wants to get everything on the internet. He wants to get everything online. And he messaged me saying that I want to do this through Facebook. And so I just want to know the secrets. I want to know what are the secrets, what it really takes. And I understand everything, but I want to know those killer inside hacks. And this is what I'm planning to say to him. And that's exactly what I'm going to say to you, that there are no secrets. There are no secrets. The biggest secret to finding success is a business on its own, so Facebook is a business for Team Facebook, and it's also a business for us. The reason I'm saying this is because you wanna approach Facebook with a lot of patience. You want to give it time, and you will have to invest money. There are no, it's not possible to find overnight success in here. You want to test a lot. You want to take things slow. You want to keep things simple. That's how this works. Now, the biggest reason why 99% people fail with making Facebook ads profitable is because they give up too early. They expect results very fast, and they keep on looking for shiny ways, shiny methods to make things work and to get a positive ROI. But the problem is that things don't really work that way. A lot of times, a lot of times when people want to be following the same process, it gets boring for them. So people want to follow the same process because there are proven processes that you want to follow to make ads work. And when the process does not work, let's say for one product, they just give up and they're like, no, this is not cool. I want something exciting. I want something else. But the secret is that the treasure here lies in simplicity. It lies in repeating the process and rinsing and repeating and testing and tweaking. That's how the entire game works with Facebook advertising. Now, guys, I'm sure, if you're new to Facebook advertising, or even if you've been a Facebook ad veteran, let's say you're pretty good at Facebook ads, if you have little experience or a lot of experience, you're going to understand that Facebook ad bans are the new cool now. Every now and then you're gonna see that people's Facebook ad accounts are getting banned. Most marketers, they keep getting back to square one with Facebook. So people scale to 6-7 figures, then their ad accounts get banned, or their advertising access on the profile gets restricted, or their pixel, they cannot use their pixels anymore, or they cannot use their domain names to advertise anymore recently, or they cannot use their brand pages on Facebook to promote anymore. These things are happening nowadays with a lot of people, especially since the last couple of months. Because Facebook is getting stricter. And there are a lot of reasons they're doing that. The reason is that they want serious marketers. They want serious brands to be on the platform. They don't want people on the platform who are just here to make a quick buck and leave. No, because Facebook is getting serious. They want to work with serious entrepreneurs. So losing pixel data, brand pages, ad account access, and even domain name approvals has become, very, very common. Now, the question is that what is the solution? How can you actually make this work? What is the solution out of it? So there's this infrastructure that we follow, and we recommend all the people that we know to follow. This infrastructure that I'm going to show you, we paid thousands and thousands of dollars to learn this. We paid thousands and thousands of dollars to learn this, multiple programs, coaching, mentorship, etc., etc. And this is that one simple structure that's really working for us, and I would highly recommend you to follow it as well. So this is how it works, guys. So what you want to do is, one, you want to create one business manager, and this business manager on Facebook, let's say, could be on your own profile, from your own profile. Okay, to create a BM, go to business.facebook.com/overview and create a BM for yourself. Now, on this BM, you want to connect a domain name, which means you want to verify a domain name. That's going to happen within the business manager. Then what you want to do is you want to connect your brand page to this business manager so let's say whatever your brand is, so whatever your brand page is, connect that to the business manager. You can add that in pages. So the parent or the owner of that brand page is going to be your business manager. That's it. You're done. This is what you want to do on BM1. On BM1, you're going to add, there are going to be 3 people. One, this is going to be you. And the other 2 could be some backup profiles. Backup profiles, why, I'm going to share that in a minute. Then what you're going to do is you're going to create another BM, but this BM will be created from someone else's profile, not from the same system, not from the same laptop. Ideally, get on a Zoom call with a cousin of yours, with a friend of yours, or whatever, and ask them to share their screen, or just remote control their desktop using any of these apps available. You can do it on Zoom as well, for example. So what you want to do is, from their profile, their laptop, their internet, which means remote logging into their system, what you want to do is you want to create another BM like you did for yourself. And on this BM, you're gonna create a BM, you're gonna create an ad account, and you're gonna add the payment method. That's it. You're gonna create the BM, you'll create the ad account, and you will add your payment method. Cool. In that ad account, now what you're going to do is you're going to invite yourself to be an advertiser. Okay, you're going to invite yourself to be the advertiser here. So, simple. Now, once you've done that, it's cool. Why are we doing this? And before I share the why with you, what you're going to do is you will share the domain name and the brand page from BM1 to BM2. It's possible to do that. Now, when you go to data sources, when you go to business settings in your business manager, and you go to data sources on the left hand side, below that, when you go to pixels and you see the pixel that was created, that you created for your store, you can share, you can add a partner to that pixel. So there's an option which is called add partner or add business, anything like that. So select that option and add partner to that pixel. In there, you will be asked to enter the business manager ID of the second BM2, add the business manager ID. In this case, now the pixel is going to be shared with BM2, and now BM2 can use this pixel to advertise. The same thing is going to happen with the domain name, right? Now on BM2, you're going to take you're going to get yourself added as an advertiser, and then it's done. Cool, right? Now, all the advertising that you do is going to happen from BM2. It is not going to happen from BM1. From BM1, which is the BM that you created, which has your domain and your pixel and everything, on this particular BM, you are not going to be doing any advertising, nothing. Why? I'll tell you why. If, let's say on this BM of mine, my ad account gets disabled or my BM gets disabled, Facebook will also disable my pixel. They will also disable my page, and they might also blacklist my domain name, or I might not be able to use a domain name because it was connected to BM1. So the ideology is that I'm going to do nothing from BM1. I have just created BM1 to have my resources, to have my assets in there, but I'm not going to be risking it in any way. In fact, I'm not going to be using BM1 in any way. Once I've done these things, I'm just going to share them with BM2. All the advertising is going to happen from BM2. Okay. Now, I'll tell you I'll tell you the cool thing. Even if anything gets, let's say the ad account gets disabled on BM2, it will not affect the pixel or the page on BM1 or the domain on BM1, because BM2 does not really own these resources. These resources are owned by BM1. So this is how you safeguard your pixel. This is how you safeguard your pages. This is how you safeguard all of these things. That's how you want to be making this work, my friends. Okay, so far so cool. Another thing that I shared with you was this, that you want to add backup profiles. So let's say that on BM2, because all the ads are going to be run from BM2, on BM2, let's say something goes wrong, your BM gets disabled, or let's say the advertising access gets disabled of you, which is icon 1 in here. Even if that happens, no problem, person 2 will still have access to BM2. And even if this person loses advertising access, we do have 2 backup profiles here. So now what we can do is, even if you can't really share the resources or the assets with some other BM in the future, person number 2 or person number 3 can do it. Now, this person 2 and person 3 could be any 2 of your friends or family. Just add them to the ad account. That's it. Or the business manager. Add them to the business manager, so that even if you lose advertising access, which is person number 1, 2 and 3 are still going to have access to it. So in case in the future, now let's assume that BM2 is no longer available due to some odd reason, then you can create another BM. Again, same funda, go on a Zoom call, some other person, set up a profile, the profile is going to be there, set up the VM, set up the ad account, do all of that. And then now you can share the pixel and the brand page and the pixel, the brand page and domain name with the new BM, and just repeat the process. The beauty of this infrastructure is that even if the ad account gets disabled, even if something goes wrong on the BM or the ad account being used to run ads, the main core assets are going to be intact, because your pixel data is not going to go, your pages are going to be intact, your domain name is going to be fine. If you were doing this from your own BM1, you might have lost these things. And these are real assets, your pixel data, your brand name, your brand page, because if you lose access to them, then what is the point? You're going to have to start from square one. In this method, in this infrastructure, you won't have to start from square one, ladies and gentlemen. That's the beauty of this particular infrastructure. So follow it, and I'm sure it's gonna save you a ton of time and a ton of money. Cool. You can also buy, if in case you're wondering that, Nishkarsh, what if I can't create any BMs, or what if I can't create any pixels and anything. It's simple. So what you want to do is you can buy, you can buy verified profiles in business managers. Just Google it up, and you would find sellers who are going to be open to sell their profiles and their business managers to you for a one-time cost. And then you can access these profiles from a VPS system. Like we use this app called Microsoft Azure. So you can use Azure and Azure or any other system to set up a VPS, a virtual private server. And from there, you can access these profiles and ad accounts and BMs, and actually, be repeating this process of running ads from there. That's how it works. But remember, if you don't have advertising access, or your ad account or your BM got banned on this particular PC or this particular laptop of yours, don't run ads or don't create anything new from this particular system. Use a VPS. So because Facebook is going to track your IP, they're going to track your MAC address, which is your system's address, your internet, everything. So don't do that. Start from scratch if in case you can't create any BMs at all due to the ad account bans or whatever. So this is the infrastructure that we've been following. All right, now let's talk about that. How do you warm up your Facebook ad accounts? How do you warm things up? Now, let's say that you guys started a new ad account, or you got yourself a new BM and a new ad account, even if that's the first BM and the first ad account of yours. How do you warm things up? सबसे पहले understand that when you get started with this, don't just start conversion campaigns from day one, because when that happens, then Facebook doesn't really like that. And they would want you to start slow, and this is what we've tested over and over again. So in warming up, what you're going to do is, first of all, you're going to create a BM and ad account, and you're going to warm it up for 4 to 5 days. What do we mean by warming up? By warming up, we mean that we want to spend some money on the account, and we want to get some successful payments been sent to Facebook. That's a green flag for them. Okay, so what we're going to do is, on day 1 and day 2, we're going to run a $2 a day page like campaign. So we're simply going to create a page like campaign for $2 a day. We're going to have one campaign. In that, we're going to have one ad set, and then we're going to have 50 ads. 50 ads, yes. How will these ad looks? Simple. Just add anything that's positive and cool. Like if you're running a t-shirt store, so you could say the ultimate destination for the best t-shirts in the world or whatever, and you could add some t-shirt mock-up or some t-shirt designs that you have, or anything that is all cool and Facebook's not gonna hate. Okay, all of these ads could be duplicates of each other. No problem with that. So if you create one ad, then just duplicate them 49 times, and then we're going to make it live. Now, why are we doing this? You could have done this for one ad as well, but why are we doing this for like 50 ads? I'll tell you the reason. We're doing this because the more ad approvals you get in your ad account, the better it is for Facebook, the better it is for your ad account's health, because every ad approval is going to act as a green flag for Facebook. They're going to be like, this person's doing something right. This person knows their stuff. So, the more, because understand that Facebook does not really matter. There are algorithms, there are bots looking into your ad accounts and judging your performance, right? So the more ads get approved, especially when you begin with, that's a great sign for Facebook. Cool. On day 3 and 4, we're gonna run a $2 a day PPE campaign, page post engagement campaign. So when you click on create campaign, you want to select engagement. The campaign objective is going to be engagement. In here, if you're wondering that what images do I use on the PPE campaign, you can use any Unsplash image. So Unsplash is a non-copyright related website. So you can go to unsplash.com and download any t-shirt or whatever product you have images, download any images, and you can start your promotions. Run a PPE campaign, one ad set, 50 ads, same process. Cool. And on day 5 and 6, you're going to run a $2 a day reach campaign. The campaign objective now is going to be reach, one campaign, one ad set, and 50 ads. This is how you're going to make it happen. Now, these are some examples of PP campaigns that I was talking to you about. Images like "We love everyone" or "Love is all around us." Anything. Now, not specifically this, but it should be very Facebook friendly. No one's going to really, care about these, but for Facebook, because this is what Facebook wants. Facebook wants you to spread positivity and love on their platform. That's what they want, regardless of how, such a big pain they are for advertisers, because they continue banning you. But from us, they expect us to create a very positive and a very healthy environment, right? So this is how we're gonna make it happen. Cool. So we're gonna add images like these, and we're gonna do it. Now, you might have this question that when I'm doing this, Nishkarsh, do I close the page like campaign on day 3? Then no. So on day 1 and day 2, this $2 a day page like campaign is going on. Then on day 3 and day 4, your second campaign goes live. And then on day 5, the third campaign goes live. So at the end of day 6, you're going to have 3 campaigns running for the first 6 days. After that, you can close these campaigns. But the cool thing is you're not going to be spending a lot of money in here. That's the beauty. All right. Now, after you're done warming up, after you've sent a lot of green flags to Facebook and everything is fine, now what you're going to do is you're going to launch your first conversions campaign. By conversions campaign, conversion campaigns are meant to get conversions, to get sales, like the name suggests. And alongside, what we're going to do is we're going to continue running a $2 a day PP campaign on the same ads. So you have your conversions campaign running, and two, you have a page post engagement, an engagement campaign running for the same ads that you created to get sales, the conversion ones. Okay. So what you could do is you could simply have the same ad IDs or the same page posts in the engagement campaign as well. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add a $2 a day reach campaign on the same ads too. So conversion campaign, page post engagement campaign, and then there's going to be a reach campaign. Why are we doing this? We're doing this because, again, we want to send positive signals to Facebook, and the more engagement you get on these ads of yours, the more reach you get on these ads of yours, that's good for your ad. That's good to add social proof, and that's a great sign for Facebook as well, because the more engagement your ads get, the better performance they're going to give you. That's how the algorithm works. Cool. There's a bonus. You can run a $2 a day page post engagement campaign with 50 ads that will get approved, like the one on the right that, like I showed you. You duplicate and close the format the next day. Why? New 50 ads approved. No, let me break that down. Two things. One, warm up is done. Like I showed you here, the warm up part is done, and all of these campaigns are closed now. Now what you do is you launch a conversion on the side. You launch. So yeah, like I said, you launch the conversions. Okay. Then what you do is you launch the reach campaign. Then what you do is you launch an engagement campaign. Done. So conversions campaign, engagement campaign, and reach campaign. Once you go live with these, like this is going on, it's adding more, it's giving more and more green signals to Facebook when you're doing this, right? So that's done. Now on the side, if you want to give Facebook more green signals, what you could do is you could launch another page post engagement campaign with 50 ads like these that are going to get approved. It's a bonus if you want to do it. Otherwise, you can just stick to launching these 3 campaigns: conversion, engagement, and reach. Especially when you're starting out, and the reason that we're doing this is because this will avoid ad account bans for you. A lot of times when people start their advertising, their ad account gets disabled. If you want to save yourself from Facebook to ban your accounts, this is a process that you want to be following, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you want to be approaching it. Cool. Now, guys, it's very important for you to understand that what is it that Facebook really wants from you? What is it that Facebook really wants from you? Now, like you see this man on the left, a lot of times, anyone who's been doing Facebook advertising is going to relate that sometimes it gets a big pain for every advertiser, because they continuously keep banning you, and it gets very irritating. So this is what Facebook wants from you. They want you to keep their customers happy, because their customers are going to become your customers. So they want you to keep their customers happy, their users happy. They want you to use good looking graphics and copies, because they want their platform to look good. When Facebook allows you to run ads, it's like they are inviting you in their house, right? They're inviting you in their house. So it's like if you go to Bill Gates to meet Bill Gates or Shah Rukh Khan, whatever, then you're gonna dress up really well, right? You're gonna look really good. You're gonna have your hair done. You're gonna have a deodorant with you or a great perfume. So you're gonna be well groomed. That's what Facebook wants from you as well. Okay. So they want you to use good graphics and good copies. They want you to use professional ad copies. So they want professionalism from you. If you just use emojis or exclamation marks in your ad copies, Facebook is not really going to like that. And they want you to be consistent, because the more consistent you are, the better results you get, the more money they make. That's how this works. So this is the mindset that you want to keep with Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they really want from you. So a lot of times you will fail with this is because they just get into the business because they want to get rich quick. They want to make a quick buck. And when this happens, Facebook does not like that, because they're going to give up. They're going to people promote random shitty products, and Facebook does not like that. Customers are not happy. They hate Facebook for it. And then Mark Zuckerberg gets sued and blah, blah, blah. Right. So you want to take care of them if you want them to take care of you. Please remember that. Okay. And then you want to understand, guys, that you want to play the numbers game. You want to spend wisely. You want to spend every dollar wisely. Now, this is how our Facebook ad testing strategy looks like. What we do is we go with the conversions campaign. For new ad accounts, go for the PPE and reach as well, like I shared in a couple minutes back. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with a conversions campaign, $10 ad sets. We're going to have 4 ad sets. Either these ad sets could have single interest or multiple interest, does not really matter. Test it out. Some cases single interest ad sets are going to work better for you. In some cases multiple interests are going to work better for you. You're going to have multiple ads here. So with every ad set, you're going to have multiple ads associated. All of these ads are going to have different ad creatives, different ad images or different ad videos, and the same ad copy to start with. Okay, then you want to split as the ad copy with winning creative later. Like that's going to happen later, but first we're going to have the same ad copy and multiple ad creatives, multiple ad graphics. So if I'm selling a t-shirt, I'm going to have the same design on different mock-ups. That's how I'm going to make it happen. Now, this is how we close the non-performance. Let's assume that our profit margin per sale is $40. Okay. So if we don't get any clicks until $10 is spent, we will close the campaign. If we don't get any add to carts until $30 spent, we're going to close the campaign. If we don't get any sales until $40 spent, we're going to close the campaign. So if my margin is, let's say, $20, so if I don't get any clicks, so just divide all of this by 2. Okay, so if we don't get any clicks till $5, we just close the campaign. If we don't get any add to carts until $15, close it. No sales until $20, close it. That's how it works. So this is the rule of thumb that we follow with our campaigns. Sometimes there can be exceptions, like maybe we did not get any add to carts till $30 spent, but maybe we got a lot of clicks, so we might let it spend $10 more to see if it performs better. But otherwise in 80-90% cases, this is how it's going to be. Now let's talk about that. How do we scale things up with Facebook advertising? So what you want to do is, first, you want to be profitable on the overall campaign. A lot of times people make this mistake that they scale from day zero. They're like, okay, I got my first sale, let me start scaling this. Don't do that, because you want to get profitable on the campaign. Your campaign needs to deserve to be scaled. The campaign will have to prove itself. The product will have to prove itself. That's how it works. So if your campaign is not profitable, there is no point. There is no point of scaling it. Cool. You want to test now. Once you become profitable on the overall campaign, you want to test more interests. You want to test more demographics or behaviors, whatever. Let's call them interests. Single interest or multiple interest, you can try whatever you want. Anything can work for you. See what works better for you. By single interest, I mean having just one interest in the ad set, or multiple se mera matlab hai. By multiple, I mean that you can have similar kinds of interest in the same ad set, like similar brands and etc. etc. Then what you're going to do is you're going to continue launching new ad sets in the same campaign. So these new ad sets will have more interests, and these ad sets are going to be connected to the best performing ads that you had in the main campaign that you launched. So if you launch like 3 ads on the main campaign and ad 1 performed the best, so when I start adding new ad sets, only ad 1 is going to be associated with those ad sets. That's how things work here. After I become profitable, I'm also going to launch a retargeting campaign on Facebook. I'm going to retarget people who came to my site, which means people who viewed content, people who added a product to cart but did not buy from me, did not purchase from me. I'm going to be retargeting them by giving them a coupon code or getting them back or whatever. Okay. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to add in all possible interests, behaviors, demographics until I cross 100 sales. Even if it takes a month, no problem. Always remember that when you try to scale your campaigns very fast, it risks your business. Maybe PayPal, your payment processor, might come knocking and say that why the hell are you making so much money just like that? Because they want you to grow slowly. Because think about it, if you're doing $100 a month and now you're doing $10,000 a month, then PayPal is going to ask you questions. The same thing happens with Facebook, or the same thing happens with vendors. Let's say they were fulfilling 5 orders a month for you. Now they're fulfilling $500 a month for you. So so it's always good to scale slow. Always remember that. So always scale slow. And yaad rakho, remember this, that the faster you scale, the faster you'll have to scale down. But the slower you scale, the slower you'll have to scale down. Because the slower you scale, the more data you get, the more engagement you get, the more social proof you get, and that's what Facebook wants from you. Cool. Now, after I cross 100 sales, I'm going to create custom audiences. I'm going to create view content, add to cart, and purchase custom audiences for that product. Then I'm going to launch lookalike audiences. By lookalikes, I mean 1%. 1 to 2%, 2 to 3% lookalikes. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to have 9 lookalike audiences, 3 each for view content, add to cart, and purchase. That's going to be 9. Then I'm going to launch them for $10 each. So I'm going to have 9 new ad sets launched. Every ad set will have one lookalike audience plugged in. Okay. If it works, if out of 9 of them, even if 2 or 3 of them work, great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the next 9, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6 for view content, add to cart, purchase. Works great. Move on to the next 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. That's how you scale, and all of these are going to go in one ad set each. So now in this campaign of yours, you're going to have either for lookalikes, you can launch a separate campaign if you want. You're going to have a lot of ad sets in here, and remember, keep closing the ones that are not performing for you. Keep closing them out. It's very important to close them out. So again, even on the level of ad sets, if your margin is, let's say, 40, apply the same rule that I shared with you. So this applies on the ad sets as well. Cool. So this is how I'm going to make it work, ladies and gentlemen. This is how I'm going to do it. Then after I'm done testing all the interests and my lookalikes, now what I'm going to do is, now whatever interests and lookalike based ad sets are working for me, I'm going to select all of them and I'll duplicate them in a new campaign, and I'll add a CBO. So this new campaign that I create, which has all my winning ad sets, duplicates of them, is going to be campaign budget optimized. So we're going to select campaign budget optimization. I'm going to start with a budget of $100 a day. Then I'm going to scale every 3 days based on my ROAS. So if my return on ad spend is going to be, if it's very good, let's say if it's making me very good margins like 30%, 40% or whatever, I'm gonna increase the budget a lot better. But if my ROAS is going to be okay-ish, if it's making me fine profits, then I'm not really going to scale that much. Maybe I'm just going to scale it to $150 a day from that point on. And what works better for us is, rather than duplicating the campaign and increasing the budget, we increase the budget in the same campaign. Cool. So based on your ROAS, you can increase the budgets and let it run for 3 days and see the work. I mean, see the results in here. If you see that your campaign ROI has started to go down, because it will happen. It will happen. Like your winning campaigns are not gonna perform forever. Okay. So if you see the results are going down, no problem. Now what you want to do is you want to test more creatives for this product. You wanna have your winning interests that work for you, and then you wanna test as many creatives as you can. By creatives, I mean video ads or photo ads, as many as you can for that particular product. Order that product and do the photography yourself if you don't have a lot of ads available on the internet, or get someone to do that. Okay, but you want a lot of creatives, or get them made from graphic designers. You want to test multiple ad copies with winning creative. The winning creative that worked for you, test multiple ad copies with that after this. Then you want to test similar designs or products or variations. By similar designs, I mean, let's say you had a design which was red in color and this performed very well for you. You can now create a separate campaign with a different design color, like from red change it to blue, whatever. So, or test a different variation of that product. So if iPhone 10 worked for you, let's say, promote iPhone 11 or iPhone 12, whatever. That's how you want to do it. You want to test similar design products variations. Then you want to scale to UK, Australia, Canada, Europe, South America, whatever. And then you want to be rinsing and repeating the process. So this is how we scale all the Facebook ad campaigns of us. This is how it works. And then you want to master omnipresence, guys. By omnipresence, I mean that you want your customers to see you everywhere, especially after you find a profitable campaign. You want to remarket them on Facebook and Google. So there are a lot of apps. So Facebook remarketing within Facebook is easy. There are apps that can help you with Google remarketing, and there's this service that we've used as well. There are a lot of services and apps that can help you with Google remarketing. They get connected to your stores, and the process becomes really easy. So you can definitely, you should do Facebook and Google remarketing. You want to have apps like SMS Bump or Cart Abandonment, or apps like Push Out to help you get those lost customers back, to help you remarket and get those people back. Okay, so you would really want to master the art of omnipresence, make it happen. The next thing that you want to do is you want to continue optimizing your margins. So what you want to do is, there are some apps that we use like One Click Upsell. We've used Carthook as well in the past to upsell people post-purchase. So we don't really upsell people pre-purchase, before they check out, we pitch them more. No, once they buy and once they've entered everything and the payment is in, that's when the next upsell is shown to them. So that's what you want to do. We use Klaviyo. That's I think the best e-commerce email marketing platform for e-com businesses, the best email marketing platform. So on Klaviyo, we're going to have welcome flow. So whenever someone buys from me, they get added in a welcome sequence, and they keep receiving emails from us after that we've already set up for them. It also makes you look like a brand, and then you also make more money. And then you can also send manual broadcasts to these people, because whatever money you make from the back end is pure profit. You don't have to pay again to acquire these customers, because they're already your customers, right? The easiest thing to do is partner up with an agency in yours. So because all our email marketing is taken care of by an email marketing agency, and they work on a performance basis. So they take a monthly retainer plus a percentage of the revenue that's generated. So it's good. They make money, we make money. Create high ticket products. Okay, so I don't know if you've read this book or not. There's this book called the 80-20 80-20 principle for marketing by the author Perry Marshall. So I think Perry Marshall is also going to be a speaker in Digital Asia. So Perry Marshall shares that that 80-20 principle can be applied in marketing as well. And when you have a look at the sales that have been done for your brand, you're going to realize that 80% of your sales come from 20% of your customers, or 80% of the products, or 80% of the kind of products you have are purchased by the top 20% customers. This means that the top 20% customers are giving you 80% of your business. And this also means that the top 20% of your customers have the potential to buy a lot more products from you that are going to be higher priced as well. A lot of times we feel that if these people have got a $20 product from me, then that's what they want. No, maybe 20% of them can buy a $200 product from you, or a $2,000 product from you, but it's your fault if you're not giving them good solutions. Okay, so you want to ask yourself this question. You want to talk to your customers, you want to email them, you want to do market research, you want to see what the competition is doing, and you want to have better products, higher price products for them, so that you make better margins and a lot more money from your people. That's how you want to do it, and you want to master a niche, because riches are in the niches. I'm sure you've heard that. So master a particular niche of people you really understand. Okay, that's what you want to do, guys. And this brings me to the end, that what is it that really takes to build a brand. Okay, a lot of times people just get started with online marketing because they want to make a quick buck, they want to get rich, and they want to achieve financial freedom. A lot of times people get started with businesses for themselves. They want to make money for themselves. They want to do it for themselves. That's how this entire space works. That's how people want to do it. But the thing with building a brand is that if you really want to go long term, you want to shift your focus from yourself to your customers. Okay, you want to shift your focus from yourself to your customers. You want to start serving them. All right, you want to start serving them, you want to make their lives better. That's how you want to approach it. You want to solve problems for them. And always remember, guys, the amount of money you make is going to be proportional to the service, or the level of service, or the value you add to your customers' lives, or the value you add to your customers to your particular marketplace. That's when a brand really becomes a brand. That's when you make money. You get paid to solve problems, you get paid to make people's lives better. That's how this works, my friends. All right. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep this in mind. You can listen to the Nishkarsh Sharma show. It's an e-commerce podcast. You're gonna find a lot of interviews with successful e-commerce entrepreneurs in here. You're absolutely gonna love it, and you can connect with me on Instagram. That's my Instagram handle, Nishkarsh Sharma, with a double with an extra A in the end. With no Vastu stuff. This was available, so got it. Nothing else. But anyway, so that's a podcast. You're absolutely gonna love it, especially if you're building an e-com business. Absolutely gonna love it. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me on Instagram. Just send me a hey. And that's it from my side. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Thanks, Nishkarsh. I guess that was a gold mine for the people attending the conference. I
Mm-hmm.
have two quick questions. One that you talked about when you're starting a new account and warming it up. So, does it work with an old account as well?
Does it work with what? An old account?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if even if the ad account is old, but it's not been very active, if you've not spent money on that ad account for the last couple of months, you should warm it up again.
Okay. And you said that we should run PPE and reach ads along with conversion ads. So we should do it regularly or in the start only.
Um, so, uh, so if you ask me, you should. ideally do it when you start, because when you start, that's when you want to have those green flags. But there is no harm even if you do it right now, even if you are profitable and everything is okay. There's no harm in doing it, because it's just gonna get more engagement to your ads, and it's that's gonna be good for your customers to see.
And my last question, how seriously should we take Facebook recommendations when it comes to learning limited or things like that?
You mean the recommendations that are made by Facebook reps, or the recommendations that we see on the platform? Is that what you mean?
Recommendation that we see in ad accounts that your learning is limited because of ad
Uh,
budget and things like that.
I got it. I got it. Quite honestly, we don't take them seriously. And whatever people that I know about who are killing it with Facebook, even they don't. So I don't think so. I don't think so. We did take them seriously initially when the learning thingy was implemented. They say that you want to let it run for 7-8 days, but then it just wastes money. And you want to, if we understand Facebook is a business, they want to make more money from us. But I think we want to take that responsibility, trust the data, trust the numbers. So I don't think so that you should take all of those things so seriously. Or if you want to just test it out, see if what they're saying is working well for you or not, guys. If it works well, great. If it is not, you know what to do.
Perfect, perfect. Thanks a lot, Nishkarsh. Wonderful having you here. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Thanks. Pleasure.